In today's video, we are going to be making the viral Jennifer Aniston salad. This is one of my favorite ways to use quinoa because it's packed with nutrients, plus it's so flavorful. So let's get right into the recipe. The ingredients we will need will be 2 cans of chickpeas. These I've just rinsed and drained. 1 cup of dry roasted and salted pistachios, but you can also use just regular ones. Some salt and pepper, 2 lemons, and 4 tablespoons of olive oil. This is all gonna be for the dressing. Then we'll also need a handful of fresh mint, a handful of fresh parsley, about half of an onion finely diced, and about a cucumber and a half, which will need 2 cups of diced cucumber. I'm also gonna be using a homemade vegan feta cheese, and we're gonna need about a cup of that. But you can also use a store-bought vegan feta. And for the base of the salad, I'm going to be using quinoa, so I just cooked 2 cups of dry quinoa, and I have that over on the stove. So now we can start making the salad. So I've just started by peeling my cucumbers, and now I'm going to take a large knife and start by cutting them in half. Now I like to cut it into thin strips. And then we can turn that and cut them into little cubes. You want the pieces to be very small, so when you're taking a bite of the salad, you can get a little bit of everything. As you can see, they are little rectangle-sized pieces. And now we can just set this to the side and repeat this for the rest of our cucumber. Now that I have the cucumber sliced, we can set this aside and we're going to start preparing the rest of the ingredients. Next, we're going to chop up a handful of parsley. I like to just take it and kind of squish it together and then just thin strips. This kind of just helps start off the cutting, so they're already in smaller pieces. And then once you do that, you can just go in and just finely slice that. And now we can just add this back into our little glass bowl. I just rinsed off my knife, and now we can start slicing the mint. Unlike the parsley though, I'm going to take the leaves and stack them on top of each other. Now that the mint is stacked on top, you're just going to take the leaves and roll it over. And then you can just slice that this way. This is gonna make longer ribbons of the mint, making it easier to dice. And once that's finely diced, we can add that back into our bowl. If you're enjoying this recipe, then make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can get notified anytime I post a new video. Now let's get back to the recipe. The last ingredient we will be prepping will be the pistachios. I'm just going to add 1 cup of pistachios right to my cutting board, and we're going to be cutting this using a large knife, just like the other ingredients. So I've just finished chopping the pistachios, and as you can see, most of them are pretty small. And now we can add this back into our glass bowl. Now before we start adding all of the ingredients for the salad together, the last thing we'll be preparing will be the dressing. Here I have my 2 lemons from earlier, and now I'm just going to roll these a little just to get the juices moving around. And now we can just slice these in half. And we're going to take a lemon juicer and just juice both lemons. And now we can just pour this into a small bowl. To the lemon juice, we're going to add 4 tablespoons of olive oil. And lastly, to the dressing, I just added a good shake of salt and pepper. And you can just mix that up. And we're going to set this aside. Now to a large salad bowl, I've just added all of my cooked quinoa. And then I'm going to add in the 2 cans of chickpeas from earlier, along with the 2 cups of sliced cucumber, a cup of chopped pistachios, half of an onion chopped, the chopped mint, and chopped parsley, and a cup of vegan feta cheese. Now using a spatula, I'm just going to mix this to incorporate all of the ingredients. Now that all the ingredients are mixed in, we are ready to add the dressing. This can be put in the fridge to eat tomorrow or the day after. Just don't add the dressing because it does make the quinoa a little soggy. I will be eating mine right away, so I am going to add in all of the dressing. Just mix it a little because the lemon juice does settle to the bottom. And we're just going to pour that everywhere. And just like the other ingredients, you're going to mix this in well. Now that the salad has finished, I am just going to serve. And here we have our finished salad. This recipe makes 6 servings, and not including the vegan feta cheese, each serving has 562 calories, 19 grams of protein, and 13 grams of fiber. It's also rich in many vitamins and minerals, too many for me to just list out. So I'm going to pull up a chart in a second showing the daily values percentage-wise. Thank you so much for watching. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and comment down below what your favorite viral recipe is. See you next time on Simple Plant-Based Food.